Hey, Jules Bliss Vegan, and as always, welcome to my channel. And for those of you who are new, I know you can benefit. Happy Friday, y'all. It is Friday, and I had an incredibly challenging and busy week. And then I went to dinner with my husband. Praise God, I ate on plan. It was a Mexican restaurant. I'm always tempted by the chips. Sometimes I would get like a big salad bowl, but with the toast, what's it called? Tostada shell, so the totally oil fried shell, and incorporate that into it. Oh my gosh, right? So that video I did a couple of days ago on Fat Makes Fat, they ain't playing and I'm living it. So I absolutely abstained from that. I was so happy, and it was really with intention, not desperation, and I was grateful for that too. So I was just like, I'm not going to do it. And so those are two things. First the chips, then the tostada bowl, all with the understanding that it's vegan, right? Anyway, instead I had a really healthy salad. I had a cup of rice, which was totally fine, and put salsa on it, which was delicious. And I had some, don't tell me, some avocado with it. And it was super satiating. Again, I was kind of in a panic, but mostly I had to keep reminding myself, what am I doing? What is my end goal? And it's to get myself back to healthy, back to free. And it's the processed food and the fried food and the oil and the salt and the sugar that takes me down every time, as you can imagine. So I was kind of going through some healthy, choose health quotes that say to choose your health. And the one I chose for today was focus on creating healthy habits, not restrictions. Let's read that again. Focus on creating healthy habits, not restrictions. And it's only when I think of restricting, or that I'm deprived, or oh my gosh, I'm never going to have blank again, that I freak out. And when I think of it as, no, this is a healthy habit. Oil doesn't serve my body. It's not good for me to have that, but I can have all of this instead. I'm completely free. And, this past year, if you followed me at all, and if you haven't, I'll just give a brief overview. But this past year, I was trying a different eating plan. And granted, I think an 18-year-old or a 25-year-old can certainly handle the amount of suggested calories. It was one of those eat all you wants, as long as it was, fruitarian, as long as it was whatever. And I do believe that it's still okay. But for me, because I faltered every few days with actual processed nonsense or junk food vegan, all of that effort was just turning to fat. And I was just holding on to every pound. And I was increasing in weight exponentially. And that is like not an understatement. I'm not going into exact numbers, but I'm trying to use God as my higher power and not the scale. But trust me, it was 20, 40, 50, 60 pounds, like overnight. And I can do that. I've gained a thousand, it felt like 100 pounds at least 6 times in my adult life. And I was well on my way to doing it again for a 7th time, which I never imagined was possible. The interesting thing about it was, as it was happening, I wasn't minding. I mean, sure, I was playing all the games that I play, but I wasn't minding because I knew that I wasn't restricting. And restricting is another game that I play all the time. So I was just pushing myself through, allowing myself to eat with no restrictions. And even though I will not choose to do that again, I do feel that I'm in a much freer place with food and not as scared and not as controlling. And I will not regret that at all. So yeah, I'm focusing on my healthy habits and why I want to be healthy and why those things are the better way, and not on restrictions and the game of what I'm going to do to, lose the weight, starve myself, la, la, la. I'm not doing any of that. I am seriously over that. So you heard it here at Jules Bliss Vegan. Healthy habits, not restrictions. And you might say, but wait a minute, aren't you vegan or raw vegan? Yeah, but that's not a restriction. That's a choice because it's my best way. And I would never say, oh, I'm restricting from dead animal carcasses, right? Or bovine secretions in the form of cheese or milk. So those things, it's not a matter of restricting. That is an absolute that I will not partake in. Okay. Climbing down off that soapbox before I get a bloody nose. Like if you like, join us if you haven't subscribed. Let me know in the comments below how I may support you. Shout out to 101 Annie. I said it backwards the other day. But 101 Annie, that helped me get through my 10,000 steps tonight. I was tired. I still needed a few thousand steps, and I had a chance to just send Annie a voicemail and talk through those steps till they were done. And I was grateful that she babysat me unbeknownst to herself, because she's asleep on the East Coast, right? All right, my friends, Midwest, I think, actually. Until we talk again, best of all, you can choose health as a good habit and not feel that you are being restricted or deprived. And therefore, you're blessed.